The main reason for today's video is I wanted to go through with you why I got rid of the GoPro. I've given it a flick. I had the GoPro Hero 9 Black and I had it for the last few years. I actually bought it off someone here in Canberra second hand, and initially I thought, cool, great camera, you know, got the GoPro name, so it must be good. And then the cracks started appearing. A reason why I gave the GoPro the flick. We'll pull over down the road down here and I'll go through that list and let you know what I've actually chosen. So I'm filming on it now. We'll see if you can guess. All will be revealed shortly, guys. And I'll cross to that video now. Alright guys, so here we are in this cracking spot. I just come for a nice ride, and I just want to go through with you why the GoPro failed with me so bad. And I'm just fed up with it, and I needed a new system pretty quickly because I'm starting to make more videos now on my bike rides. And I wanted to just share with my thoughts, and just if you're in this position and you've got an old GoPro that's annoying you and you are thinking of changing systems, well, this might help you make up your mind. So the main reasons I said goodbye to the GoPro, well, the GoPro failed me on a recent trip. I did to the bridle track, so you might have seen that. I did a video on that recently. And I've been planning that trip for 6 months to a year. And one of the main highlights of that trip was on the bridle track, you get to a river crossing. I think it's the Macquarie River or Turon River that you're crossing. And, you know, if it's been raining, it's pretty challenging, and, you know, everyone wants to see that river crossing. But the main highlight I wanted to get was crossing that river. And, you know, when I got across that river, or later on that day, and I went to check the footage, and I remembered in my head there was a point on that trip where the GoPro froze, and it was at some point after the river, and I didn't think much of it at the time. Well, it turns out I missed the whole river crossing on that footage, and that's a bit of a game changer because, you know, that was in my head as to one of the highlights of that whole video. Now, thankfully, the video turned out well, and, you know, all is good, but that sort of stuck in my head as a big fail. Now, if I go on to all the reasons, you know, that got me thinking about after that trip, what are the things that are pissing me off about this camera? Now, the media mod is just too hard. You've got to, you know, I use lapel mics in it because you needed to have that to put a lapel mic in the camera in the first place. And, you know, there's no, it sort of sticks out the back, and so it limits you where you can angle your GoPro. Now the next one, battery life is rubbish. You need to remove the media mod, unscrew it all, then put it in another battery to get probably about 30 minutes max. I got the shits with that whole workflow process so much. Like, imagine with motorcycle gloves and everything else on there. So I had to revert to running off a USB cable and then put a power bank in my motorcycle jacket. But that's just not practical when you're on and off the bike. And now the next one, the GoPro turns on randomly after charging overnight. So you'll go to bed, put it on charge, get up, and it either says, you know, 20% left when you're starting out the next morning, or it's completely depleted and you're starting off, everyone's ready to go for a ride, and you have, you know, maybe 10 minutes to try and get some sort of charge into your battery, knowing that you're only going to get about 10 minutes of footage. So I gave up on the battery system and saw someone was running a power bank, you know, and that was okay until this last trip when it failed. And yeah, I noticed getting on and off the bike was a pain in the ass too. The GoPro just freezes randomly when you'll be recording, and you'll look down and it looks like it's recording, but then the picture's frozen or the screen's turned off, and you tap it and nothing happens. And if you can't do it by the power button, you've got to take the battery out and put it back in. Now, can you do that easily with the media mod on? Absolutely not. It's a pain again. You got to take that out. You got to take screws out to get the media mod out first, and then open the door, and then open the, oh, forget it. So that plus riding a motorcycle and stopping and starting, no one's going to go for a ride with you. So I needed a workflow that can work. It also overheats, and when you put the mics, the lapel mics in it, they clip because there's nowhere to access the gain on the mics. It's just set with whatever GoPro, tell it to be. Now over to the new camera that I've bought. I have bought the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Now it's smaller, it has a brighter OLED front and back, it's more responsive for the touchscreen. Now these are all just things I've discovered in the first week of ownership. The firmware update was seamless. The DJI Mimo app actually very good and easy to color grade. The whole ecosystem pairs well and navigates easy around menu systems. The wireless mics are a game changer. I'm using one now. I'm using the mic minis, and you can pair two of them up to the camera, so that's great for getting engine sounds and, say, talking. You can monitor levels on the screen of the Osmo Action 5 Pro and probably the 4 as well, I'm not sure. So you can see your gain levels, which is good if you want to know if you're clipping. The battery range is insanely good, but if I need to change, it's easy. The battery pack with the case, which I've got, and I've got that part of an adventure pack or adventure combo, it can be used with a power bank. And it's a great design and very small. The last one, the magnetic clip system of the Osmo base plate is so good. So I can just unclip it from my helmet, say put it on a mount. I'm going to get a mount for my handlebar. I've now put it on the selfie stick to film this video. So there's no more undoing screws and all that. Just grab the magnet off, put it on another one. Away you go. But yeah, just to wrap up, the whole package feels like a level of premium I haven't seen in an action camera. And I've had a couple of GoPros in the past. And look, I could have waited. I was tossing up whether to wait for the 6th release, because they say it's sort of released around this time every year, around September. But I got a cracking deal, and that means I can afford extra accessories like remote control, magnetic mounts and ND filters. And I was thinking about it, I also don't have the latest and greatest Mac or PC for editing, so that was another factor, and this is more than enough for YouTube videos. So guys, this is a bit of an example of the DJI Osmo Action 5 in action. I've got the wireless mic mini hooked up in my helmet. So I might leave the video there, guys, for today. I just wanted to say thanks for all the new people that have come on board and subscribed, and all those who keep tuning in. Thanks a lot, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, so we'll see you in the next one. If you like this content, remember to hit subscribe. See you in the next one.